All right, everybody, it's Bobby from Bobby's Hobbies, and we've encountered something unusual. What I believe is going on here is that the original, they're both A.H.M GG-1s, but if you notice, this one has two motors in it, and they're opposite. Someone said, hey, put two motors in. But I believe that the motor in the GG-1, and this one is unaltered, okay? This one is unaltered. Now, you see that? That makes me think that power is coming into this lead through that. So we've got these testers now. It'll make a sound. If this is connected. It is. And therefore, if we touch the bottom, which is the steel base, not that easy to touch the steel base. Oops, you don't need that to fall. If we touch it, not doing so good. Oh, here's a better way to do it. Yeah, this. Yeah, that's what I suspected. Okay, now what does that mean? What that means is, this one I took all the weights out. This housing here is connected. Okay, let me make sure I got this on wide. I mean, maximum, yeah. So look, this is important. Because the housing is touching this, you actually could power this from the wheel, brings it up through the middle of the frame, and into one lead. And you need one wire. The other side was not supposed to have the motor. Now, since you have a second motor here, this is identical. This guy did a sloppy solder job on this thing. I'll have to clean that off. Look, he soldered it onto the coils there. Got to clean all that crap off. Do this right. Now, here's the key. If this is energized, this truck, and remember, each is on one side. One's positive and one's negative. But the motors are not insulated from the truck. That means the truck's coming up this way and bringing negative, say, here, and it's bringing positive to the same one here. These are the same motors, right? So if this one's getting negative and this one's getting positive, well, that means they're spinning in different directions, and then the train's either going to be pulling together or pulling apart. No good. If you switch it so they go in the same direction, the way it's set up now, so let's say this is negative, and this goes here's negative, and this one's bringing it to positive, that would be no good. This one's got to go to negative just like that one. But this truck here is positive. So once you put it down, the positive and negative short circuit. It's as if you had a perfect circuit and two stray wires hanging out. Then when you touch them to the track, they connect and short it. You can't have the GG-1 work with two motors when they're vertical, because they're still going to spin the same way, and each of these things is, so let's see now if this is connected to that. On this one, let's look. This one, no. This one, no, but there's a wire broken off. That may have affected it. Let's see. Let's see if my theory is correct. Now let's put some power. It's a temporary hole, but that's okay. I'll shut this off. Come back to this in a second. Oh, another wire broke off. This broke off too. I'm not going to do any more soldering until I find my heat sink. It's the greatest little heat sink thing that I had. And it clamps on. Of course, now when I need it most, I can't find it. Again, I don't expect this to... This is not permanent. This is just for testing. That should be good enough for the test purposes. Now this is how it was set up. Yeah, they're both running. They're running in the same direction. Now keep this out of the way. I'm going to turn this back on. want to short that out. This is what I want to see. Is this going to connect it with that? Seems no. Now let's see something. This is giving the other side power, right? That's the error. See that? This is the error. This is the short. You might say, what do you mean it's a short? They're both running. But this is the same polarity, whether it's positive or negative. This is supposed to be only picking up one, and this is supposed to only be picking up one. It's obviously connected through here. The point is, these are supposed to be separate. When they're on the track, it's picking up both positive and negative from both rails, and it's a short. So how do we fix it? Well, we either get rid of one motor, or we want them to spin the same way. We isolate the motor by eliminating this connection point to the hull. And then this is sitting on plastic, and it's insulated. The motor is then insulated from the shell, and we would be in business. The only thing is, where would the pickup come from this side? We would have to have the whatever juice we want to somehow affix to this metal frame somewhere else. Could be a wire here. That wire could come up independent, and if that's supposed to be the negative, it would only go to the negative, not to the positive, that's the short. So if we leave this here, let's experiment with this one. This is the standard GG-1 with the original configurations. So let's move this out of the way for a minute. So let's see what happens here. I got too many things here. All valuable and helpful stuff. But we don't need it right now. Now, this should not, see, it's not connected. Before, it was making it jump. Well, this, see? That's the short. Here, in the original configuration, it does not do that. Beautiful. And here you could see, we put it up top, we could shut this off. Get our little power leads, which we already got it set on power. And we can even put it upside down for this. Touching each of these should make it run. Ta-da! Meaning one's positive and one's negative. They can't both be joined up. So that's the source of the short. All right, so we figured it out. Now, how to fix it. The way to fix it, I theorize, is to eliminate this. See that connective shield? The piece of steel right there? Let's be more precise. It's this. This piece is touching this shell of on the motor. This is touching that. This is all plastic, insulated. It brings it to connect to this, and therefore the motor is not insulated to the hull, to the metal frame. We cut that off, or figure a way to detach it. We can then isolate the motor. That's also the way you could do it, boys and girls, if you wanted to run a GG-1 with DCC. Ta-da! Professor Bob has figured it out. Hey, I finally did something. All right. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Now I'm going to have to test it. I mean, actually fix it. But at least the theory is better. All right. Thank you, sirs and gals, and everybody else watching, and have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.